Hi, my name is Winter, and you are watching OnSight.
Miss Winter, nice to officially meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome for reaching out to OnSight Media Group and being willing to sit in our hot seat and talk about all things Miss Winter. So first of all, first question you typically ask is the meaning behind the name. So Winter is a very, very unique name. I see the bling you got over there, you rocking and everything. So what's the meaning behind Winter?
Well, my friend gave me the name Winter because he said I was so cold-hearted. So that's how I got the name Winter, from basically being mean. So,
okay,
yeah.
okay. I got you. In your Instagram profile, I think it says the coldest winter or something like that.
Yeah.
Dope. But is that your normal personality though? Is like you're really mean?
No, I think like things that I've been through is what like led me to being that. But I'm not mean. I just don't take like
You don't deal with the shenanigans.
exactly.
No, I dig that.
Yeah.
I dig that. That's good. Okay. So where are you from originally?
I'm from a small town called Rockingham, North Carolina.
Rockingham. Shout out to Rockingham.
Yes.
Okay.
Very small. So I don't know.
We've done some work in Rockingham. Do you know Dub Bankroll?
Yes.
You do know Dub?
Yes.
Shout out to
Not
Dub.
Personally, but I know of him.
Yeah. Dub is a major problem in the Rockingham area. He's put out a lot of good music.
Yeah.
Dope. Okay. So what type of music? What is your genre of music?
It's like hip hop, R&B, that type. But I want to reach out to like all genres. Like I want to do all genres.
Okay. How long you been doing music? Like when did you get started?
It's only been a year. November makes 2 years, so yeah,
okay.
I'm still a rookie. So
nah, but you're doing it. That's good. You're going about reaching out, making sure you getting interviews and getting noticed, getting on blog sites and all that type stuff. So that's good. That's good. Have you officially dropped the project yet? I know you sent me a single and we're gonna do a performance video a little later, but is that the first single you put out?
No. I've put out I'm gonna get the number wrong, I already know, but at least 12 songs.
Dope. So you don't put out a project then?
Yes.
You got 12 release singles out on streaming platforms?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you put out a project.
Yes.
So why did you go to, I guess, doing individual songs as opposed to packaging all 12 together and putting out an album? Did you get any feedback from like your team about what's the best strategy as far as releasing music, or what's your, like, why did you do that?
My manager would love for me to put out an album, but I feel like I'm such a perfectionist and an album takes time. Mm-hmm. And I'm in college at the same time. So it's just the timing's not right now.
Got you. Okay. So you in college. Shout out to you. What's your major? What you studying?
Entrepreneurship.
So yeah, you in the right field.
Yep.
In the right field. Good deal. Okay. What are the questions I got? I got a whole bunch. What's your favorite type of music? Like what inspired you to want to do music in the first place? Like what's your inspirations? Who were you listening to? What did you mold your particular sound after?
I feel like I love SZA. Like
she's a heavyweight.
Yes. So I'm inspired by her a lot. Mm-hmm. And I grew up listening to like more of an older sound. Like my favorite singer is Whitney Houston. I love her voice, everything. So, but she just doesn't do one type of music. She's done pop, like all of that, gospel, all of that. So that inspires me as well. So yeah, I've been inspired by some pretty dope legends in the industry. You
definitely name one. I mean, Whitney is a musical icon, and I love the way you put it. She didn't just make one type of music. Yeah. She definitely transcended her sound into a lot of different genres. So yeah. Nice. Okay. So currently, like, what's in rotation? If you're riding out your vibing, what are you listening to right now other than SZA?
That's a good question. I love the song Tennessee Whiskey, which is a country song.
Chris
But
Stapleton.
I love his voice. Let me see. I listen to Lotto a lot, the rapper Lotto.
Lotto. I
Yeah.
like Lotto.
I like
I think
Lotto.
Lotto was tough.
She's dope.
The boys gave me flack because I was like, she's not super promiscuous
Right.
and doing too much. But then I looked at one of her album covers and it was kind of, I'm not going to say raunchy, but she definitely used the sex appeal to her advantage. So,
Yeah.
and then some of her songs, like, what's the latest joint? She got out this Sunday Service.
Yeah.
It's a dope record.
Yeah,
Okay.
I love that.
Did you watch Lotto when she was on Jermaine Dupri's
Yes.
The Rap Game? I think
Yes.
that's the name of it.
Yes. I've been listening to her music since she was 16. I think she's dope. She has bars, everything. So yeah.
Okay. So then sticking with talking about Lotto right now, what was your opinion on her winning Jermaine Dupri's The Rap Game contest, but not taking the record deal?
I mean, I think she did what she felt like was best for her. And as an artist, you can't blame someone for going with their gut. And also, other people who have signed that contract, they're not really known. So I feel like she did something right.
Good point. Do you think because Lotto coming onto that show, she already had an established team, she was already doing music? I think her father was her manager at that point.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like I necessarily need the bread.
Right.
More or less, we want to get more exposure.
Right.
So in my opinion, it ultimately worked because we see where her career has taken off since that point. So speak to that. Like, how important do you think it is? And you've already mentioned you're an entrepreneur. That's what you're studying in school. So how important do you think it is for people to actually know the business or learn the aspects of the business before jumping into a music career head on?
Oh, very important. If you just go into it thinking it's just about the music, I don't feel like you're going to make it very far because it's so many aspects to it. You have to market, you have to know who your target audience is, all of that stuff. And so it's very important to know the business side as well as the music side, maybe even a little bit more.
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's stay in the vein of hip hop. So now, no, before we even do this, before we even play this game,
Okay.
and I'm gonna get you in the mind of what we do. So have you ever, before coming to this interview, have you ever watched an episode of OnSight?
I've seen clips,
Mm-hmm.
but never watched like a full episode.
Okay, so have you ever seen us play the game Who You Got?
No.
Ah, interesting. That's good. So basically, I'll explain this to you before I ask you this question.
Okay.
Who You Got is a game of this or that, to where I will give you two random artists, and without too much thought, you're going to tell me who you pick.
Okay.
You don't have to explain why. It's just whatever your opinion is.
Okay.
So let's see. Who you got? Lotto or Cardi?
Lotto.
Who you got? Nicki or Cardi?
Oh, Cardi.
Okay. Who you got? Meg or Nicki?
Meg.
Okay. Who you got? Glorilla or Meg?
Meg.
Okay. And we ain't gonna do all females. Who you got? Let's see. Well, let me ask you this. What's your favorite pocket of music? And what I mean by that is we know different cities create a different sound. Like you have a New York sound, you got a West Coast sound, Atlanta is big, Florida, Chicago.
Yeah.
So what area, what's your favorite pocket of music?
Oof. I would say that New York sound, but I'm from the South, so I also like the more Southern sound. So between those two.
Okay. Now you can't, of course, those are two major pockets of music. Is Atlanta winning the music game right now? Like with all of the different artists, the different styles that we have coming out of Atlanta, do you feel Atlanta is like the hip hop capital right now?
Definitely.
Okay. Can't go wrong with that. Groups. How well versed are you in your groups? Let's see. So who you got? The Locks or Ghetto Boys? I'm gonna test you right here.
Ghetto Boys.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's good. Who you got? Dipset or the Dog Pound?
The Dog Pound.
Dog Pound? Old school vets. Nice, okay. Producer wise, what producer would you want to work with? Would you want, I'm gonna give you 3, so let's do this. You got one that you absolutely want to work with. If they hit your inbox, it's a no-brainer. You're responding back. One you would leave on red. And then one, I forgot how do we do this, Kane? I straight up and down forgot how we do this. I got caught on the spot. Not right, the other. All right, the other one you delete.
Ooh.
So who you got? Let's see. Kanye West, Metro Boomin, or Just Blaze?
I'm definitely taking Metro Boomin. He makes hits.
That's that Atlanta sound, okay.
Yeah. Kanye, I'm gonna leave on red. And who was the other person you said?
Just Blaze.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to delete him.
You deleting Just Blaze?
Yeah.
Now, Just Blaze is a hip hop icon as well. It's probably so many records like that old, the Rockefeller era, and not just Rockefeller. Like Just Blaze is, a hip hop GOAT, a giant in the production world.
Yeah.
He produced that the Lil Baby Kirk Franklin record off the Space Jam. I guess I'm brain farting right now. The Space Jam soundtrack. That's it. Okay, what else? I definitely want to say shout out to, how did you learn about OnSight? It was an artist, wasn't it?
Yeah.
If I remember the story correctly, the captain turned you on to
The captain.
So shout out to the captain. Did you know Captain was the very first interview we ever did on OnSight?
That's dope.
So it comes full circle that you're sitting in the hot seat now, and you were recommended to us by the captain. So shout out to Cap. Okay. So tell us about what's the current single you're pushing right now. Explain to us what was the vision behind the record, and what was your idea? What was it like going into the studio recording? Give us your take on that.
My single Make 'Em Say was more of a thank you letter to me and what I want to do in the future. So when I went to the studio, I wanted to get in that vibe of it's just me there. Even though it wasn't, it's just me there. And that's kind of what I do with most of my songs now. And then after Make 'Em Say, I released a song called Better Days, which is more, I guess you can say, on the sad side, but it's just me talking to myself when I'm not feeling like the dope artist that I am,
Got you. So you said that the second song is more on the sad side.
Yeah.
How much of your authentic life, how much of your original story do you put into your music?
A lot. In the song Better Days, I talked about me having anxiety and depression, all that stuff, which I didn't think I was ever going to put in a song because I'm more of a private person. So I didn't think I was ever going to put that in my work. Mm-hmm. But I did, because a lot of the people that listen to me are going through the same things. So when they see me on stage and stuff, they need to know it's not all glitz and glamour. This is what I'm dealing with. Every day is not a good day. So
true indeed. I have always been a big believer of the people that make the best music will always put their authentic self in the records. You're going to give your listener a little insight into your life, because that way it's going to make it more personal. They can connect with you more.
Yeah.
And you get a true fan out of it, as opposed to, making a record that is for right now, the fads of this time. So, that's huge. That's huge. Okay. What other questions I got? What do we need to know? What does your fan base need to know about Miss Winter? that they don't already know?
I guess that I'm still learning my sound. I've only been doing it for a year, so I don't want every song to sound the same. So I'm still working on, I'm still working on things, still finding who I am as an artist.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, we cannot end this interview without getting your take on what we have dubbed at OnSight the greatest chess match in hip hop history. Which, if you know what I'm talking about, what I'm referring to is the beef between Kendrick Lamar and Drake. So, in your opinion, who is either winning or who has won this battle, and why?
Oh, the battle is won by Kendrick, hands down. He's released, 4 diss tracks now, back to back. And I feel like the stuff that Kendrick says is it's like he talked about Drake being like a deadbeat dad, like all that stuff, but he put it in bars. So yeah, and some of those songs are on my playlist. So
nice, good deal. Okay, so yeah, I think you pretty much summed up what everybody is saying. That it's definitely been a great battle.
Yeah,
but Kendrick is, in my opinion, a true lyricist. Drake, I cannot dispute that he does not make great music, right? But when it comes to the sport of hip hop,
right,
I think that's the overwhelming factor. Kendrick is a true lyricist. He is a hip hop guy more than a gimmick fad. Let me make music for the time right now.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. So out of them two, well, I guess you just told me you got Kendrick.
Yeah.
I don't even have to ask that question.
Hands down.
Hands down. Good deal. Okay.